What's up, my beautiful people? This is your boy Stefan, your Afro-Grenadian ambassador. I welcome you all back to my channel. To all my subscribers, viewers, channel members, I greatly appreciate you, and don't forget to watch all the ads that are placed on my videos. Well, in this video, my friends, we are going to cover that the United States is now offering $25 million for the arrest of Maduro in Venezuela. Now, guys, something is not adding up, or should I say, it is all making sense why all of these Caribbean leaders are signing agreements with the United States of America. Well, guys, let's read the report and then we will come back and talk all about it. The United States has announced an increased $25 million reward for information leading to the arrest of Venezuelan President Nicholas Maduro on the day he was sworn in for the third 6-year term in office. The Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office said those sanctioned were responsible for undermining democracy, the rule of law, and human rights violations. Foreign Secretary David Lammy went to describe Maduro's regime as fraudulent. Also on Friday, the EU said it was extending restrictive measures against Venezuela because of the lack of progress, leading to the restoration of democracy and the rule of law. The bloc also sanctioned a further 15 Venezuelan officials. Maduro and his government have repeatedly denounced many of the allegations made by Western countries and opposition leaders. So yes, guys, there you have it. The United States have increased a $25 million reward for the arrest of Nicholas Maduro. Now, guys, this offer is not for the average man and the average woman. Don't be mistaken. This is not for the average person like you and I. This reward is to entice other foreign nations, including the Caribbean. A lot of leaders will go after that reward. A lot of leaders would like to have this reward in their pockets. You know, they would like to have politicians, and let me say politicians, not leaders, because leaders will never do these things. But politicians would like to have this money. And this is an enticement, in my opinion, by the United States in, bribing, especially Caribbean leaders, in using them to go after Nicolas Maduro. Now, I am not here to defend the actions of Nicolas Maduro, because I have been getting reports that some Venezuelans are saying that Nicolas Maduro is not treating the people well. Some have labeled him as a dictator. So I don't know how true these accusations are, and I am not here to defend the actions of Nicolas Maduro, but I am here to bring to our senses. No wonder why the United States have been signing all these agreements with our Caribbean leaders, and our Caribbean leaders are saying, oh, this has nothing to do with Venezuela or having US bases here in the Caribbean. But is this really true? Is this really true? Because this reward is opening up our eyes that the signing of agreement is not by chance. It's not all about strategic partnership, but it has more to do with it. But our leaders, are they being transparent with us? Should we trust them? Should we trust them when they say this has nothing to do with Venezuela? Should we trust them? We have seen it. They have signed agreements with Trinidad and Tobago. And also there are other signing of agreements that is happening, with other Caribbean islands that is, taking place behind closed doors secretly that we don't know of. And then when the information is leaked, our leaders are saying this has nothing to do with the United States setting up bases to go after Venezuela. Some saying to go after the Guyana's oil. I don't know. However, we have to question the information sometimes, most times, that our politicians give to us. How do we know this is true? How do we know this is true? Because when such things are addressed, our politicians or governments quickly labels it as misinformation and it is not facts. Well, how do we know that what they are saying is facts? How can we trust them that the United States has nothing to do, or the signing of agreements has nothing to do with Venezuela and whatnot? So guys, I find something is not adding up. Something is not making sense with this reward. This reward, something is not adding up. Who this reward is for? Who this reward is for? And what is the intentions of this reward? They say the reward is for the arrest of Nicholas Maduro, but who this reward is for? I believe, in my opinion, this reward is targeted towards other politicians that the United States want to use, other countries, especially the Caribbean islands, that the United States want to use as puppets to go after Nicholas Maduro, because they want information. They said, it is for the reward is for the information of Nicholas Maduro. And this is something to consider. We have to consider, and I want to say to my Caribbean politicians, be very careful. Be very careful, because we do not want to get ourselves entangled with this whole confusion and misunderstanding between the United States and Venezuela. Because if we allow ourselves to be used by the United States as orchestrators in going after the Nicolas Maduro regime, we are going to contribute to the destabilization of the Caribbean region. We will no longer have a stabilized Caribbean region as we know it to be. So I want to say to our Caribbean leaders, our Caribbean politicians, do not get enticed and be deceived. Be very careful. Be very careful that we don't get ourselves entangled and involved and be used by the United States when it comes to Venezuela. Let the United States deal with their situation, deal with Nicolas Maduro themselves. Let them figure out how they will go after him themselves, and don't allow ourselves to be used as a channel, as puppets, because this will just destabilize our region. We have seen it happen time and time in the past, in the Middle East especially, where Middle Eastern politicians, they bite the bait of the United States, the Western countries and Europe, in going after certain people, and the Middle Eastern region, it backfired. Such tactics backfired, and the Middle Eastern region was no longer a peaceful region that it once was. It was no longer a peaceful region that it once was. Look at the situation with the Middle East today. We don't want to be like that. We don't want to be like that. And, the devil don't like when people living in peace. He will do everything to cause confusion and chaos. And so, guys, we have to be careful. Politicians, my Caribbean, CARICOM, you have to be careful. You have to be careful. And we need you to be honest with us when you're signing these agreements, what it is about. Because something is not adding up. Well, my brothers and sisters, thank you for watching. Take care until next time in my upcoming videos.